So, you got the San Antonio Spurs versus the New York Knicks, right? Yeah, I'm a New York Knicks fan. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch the basketball game. Yeah, I'm gonna spend $1,000 just to get a seat at a basketball game. Yeah, and you have the San Antonio Spurs fans. Oh, I hope our team wins. I hope our team wins. Da, da, da. What do you guys win after the game's over? What do you guys win? Nothing. You don't win no cash, you don't win no prizes, you don't win nothing. But yet, concentration camps are being built. 14 million kids are going to school hungry. 154 million Americans would rather sit on their asses, go to a basketball game, and hope that their team wins. While concentration camps are being built, while 14 million kids are suffering, this is America, folks. This is what the white fucking supremacists voted for. A white man who caused an insurrection that led to the death of 5 officers. This is why America is here. And it's never going to change. I want 154 million of y'all to stand before God, and I want y'all to say that, yes, I did help Eugene Carroll. Yes, I did talk about Renee Good on my YouTube page. Yes, I did talk about her on my Facebook page. Okay, when? When? You were at a basketball game while concentration camps were being built, and you said within your heart, oh, nothing to see here. Oh, Alex Preddy died. Oh, nothing to see here. That doesn't affect me. It's all about me, right? Not about Renee Good. Not about Alex Preddy. It's all about me. I've seen Antonio Spurs fans and New York Knicks fans clashing with each other, all because of a 106, 107 joke. Really? 106 and 107? Really? That's what's gotten y'all heated? What about the concentration camps? That doesn't make you angry? What about the 14 million kids that go to school hungry? That doesn't make you angry? Oh, but a basketball game is far more important than concentration camps, right? Okay, cool. Stay in that lane. This is why America's here as a country. Because 154 Americans would rather go to a basketball game and pay $1,000 for just a seat. A seat, my dude. $1,000? Really? $1,000 to have the San Antonio Spurs seat or the New York Knicks fans of Knicks seat and watch the basketball game, and yet what do you win? You watch two teams battle it out, and yet what do you win? You win nothing. You win no cash prize, you win nothing. Yeah, my team won. Ha ha, that's what you get. Instead of bragging rights. That's what you get. You get bragging rights. But meanwhile, 14 million kids are going to school hungry. Meanwhile, all of us Americans are suffering through poverty, through SNAP benefits being canceled, and all these other things because you don't care. You rather talk about the New York Knicks choking 106. You rather talk about the San Antonio Spurs choking 107, right? Right? Because that's why we're here. You don't care if a child was burnt up in schools while you are out there watching a basketball game. as if the basketball game itself was a fucking content, was the fucking platform, not the content. See, I rather give a fuck about the people that are in concentration camps because I care. They're all over the place now. Congratulations to you people that voted for an adjudicated rapist in the fucking White House without even fucking realizing it, by the way. Y'all voted for an adjudicated rapist through your silence, and this is what you get. Concentration camps, racism, Jim Crow 2.0. You don't care. And that's why we're here as a country. This is no longer the home of the brave. This is no longer the land of opportunity. This is now the land of the divided states of America. It's not united. It's divided. Donald Trump wants white America. Oh, but Donald Trump ran on the economy. No, but Donald Trump was the better candidate for the economy. No, he wasn't. He was the better candidate for white supremacy. That's why we're here. White supremacy. Traditional family values means white. You don't care if your child is born, whether it's shot in a school. 90% of violence that happens in schools, what is it? Gun violence. How do you stop that? Oh, I don't have a solution. Okay, fuck off. Plain and simple. If you don't have a solution for gun violence, simply fuck off. If I ran for Congress or for president, there wouldn't be gun violence. The immediate removal of the Second Amendment would be a possibility. I do not care how many guns you have. I will confiscate them my damn self. Because ain't nobody going to be having guns to shoot children on my watch. Hell no. Got me fucked up. Also, there will be planetary healthcare. Not just global, not just national, not worldwide. Planetary healthcare. That means other planets get healthcare. Yeah, that means not just us humans, not just the children, but other planets get healthcare. Yeah. And I mean that literally. I wonder, what else would I do as president? Oh, I would also give around planetary background checks. Yeah, I would give out planetary background checks, waiting periods. I will also enforce strictly the 25th Amendment, where a president cannot be voted twice or 3 times. It's just one time. But 154 million Americans who are MAGA, by the way, simply said, "Fuck you! I'd rather vote for the white guy. I'd rather vote for the man that rapes women, that causes an insurrection, that led to the death of 5 officers. I don't like Kamala, right? Right? That's why we're here. While you guys sit and mope about a basketball game, about a team that lost, concentration camps are being built. 14 million kids are going to school hungry. Renee Good is dead. Alex Pretty is dead. And you are not spreading awareness about them. You're not saying their names because you don't care. I'd rather say their names and care about my neighbors as if they were my family. In as so much as you did not talk about the least of these, you did not talk about me. So, I want y'all, 154 million MAGA, to go up against God, right, on Judgment Day. Because mind you, Judgment Day is going to be a field day, okay? It's going to be a wild ride, okay? Stand before God, and I want you to lie through your teeth and say that you actually did help Eugene Carroll. I want you to do that. Watch when God says when. Then don't switch up your answer. Don't be like, oh yeah, God, I own the libs. You know, I protected Alex. I protected Alex Preddy. When? When? When did you do this in my name? When? You could go right with the goats. It's that simple. This is the reason why America is now called the divided states of America. The divided states. Because nobody gives a fuck. Even when it comes to a basketball game, that's more important than concentration camps. Same thing with these fake predator catchers. When it comes to actually being legal, they care more about sitting behind a camera than about a Yuji Itadori cosplayer taking action. Why? Because that's not how their version of being a fucking vigilante works. Part of this country was triggered by Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, and his children that was in the White House instead of outside picking their cotton. So they went back to what they knew, the plantation owner. They'd rather vote for the white man in 2016, 2020, and 2024. They took the book of Samuel right from under their noses and said, let me ask God for an earthly king. And this is what you got. Don't blame the mirror, blame the reflection. Blame the person looking back at you. Because that's what you are. A piss poor reflection of what Jesus stood for. You serve an antichrist. That's just how it is. You serve an antichrist. So, unless America has this conversation, ain't nothing gonna change. Until someone actually gives a damn about spreading awareness about Alex Preddy or Renee Good or talks about them on their YouTube page, I don't see America getting better. And I'm going to be 100% and I'm going to keep it blunt. I hope America falls. And I'm not saying this just to piss y'all off. I'm saying this out of actuality. I hope America falls. And when it does fall, don't blame me. Blame yourselves. Don't blame God either. Because I know some of y'all going to be like, but God, why can't I afford a house? Why can't I afford a car? Why can't I buy things? Why can't I sell things? Because you care more about a fucking dollar than you care about other people. That's why we're here. So until somebody wakes the fuck up from their fucking dormant sleep in their bodies and actually wakes up, then we can have this conversation. Other than that, y'all can continue being dormant in your souls, but awoke in your bodies. Until somebody wakes up from their souls and wakes up in their body and actually gives a fuck about this country and the people, then we can have this conversation. But other than that, I'm going to continue talking about Alex Preddy and Renee Good, and I'm going to continue talking about the 77 million people that voted for an adjudicated rapist, because it's better for me to do Ephesians 5:11 than it is for me to do Psalms 1. I'd rather call out the darkness that is in this world than rather be silent about it, because that's not who I am. That is what you guys are. You'd rather stay silent and not talk about the important parts, which is Alex Preddy and Renee Good. You'd rather stay silent and be triggered by a black person in the White House, right? Because that's what this country was founded off. It's not about the economy. It's about white supremacy and Hitler and Benito Mussolini. So, while you 154 Americans, which, by the way, 77 million plus 77 million equals 154 million Americans, while you, 154 million Americans, sit by in your white privilege and be triggered by a black man in the White House, I voted for Kamala Harris. I voted for Kamala Harris. I voted for John McCain and Barack Obama because they were decent people. They were decent. Also, while you 154 million Americans care more about the content than the platform, I'm going to keep talking about Alex Freddie. I'm going to keep talking about Renee Good. And I'm going to keep talking about Breonna Taylor, a black woman that was shot by a white police officer. Why? Because I care. In as so much as you didn't talk about the least of these, you did not talk about me. You know what I'm doing? I'm actually talking about Jesus when I'm talking about Renee Good. I'm actually talking about Jesus and what he did for us when I'm talking about Alex Preddy. So, y'all can keep goofing around. Y'all can yap it up. Watch when Judgment Day comes. Just so you know, when Judgment Day comes, when y'all stand before God, I'm going to be there, if God willing, with popcorn. And I'm going to eat every speck of lies that comes out of your mouth. Saying, oh, I did help Alex Preddy. Oh, I did help Renee Good. Oh, I did talk about the awareness of their deaths. Oh, I did help the 14 million kids that go to school hungry. Okay, when? When? Kitty Paquita never did it. And she claims to be a Christian. Spen Noodles did it. And she claims to be a, hero of the internet. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. They rather care about what's in front of their face than rather what was in their face. In as so much as you did not talk about the least of these, you did not talk about me. So, y'all can continue being white supremacists. Y'all can continue being racist, but when Judgment Day comes, don't blame God for your mistakes. Blame yourself. And with that being said, I hope I see you guys in the next stream. Take care.